What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, cloud swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Man, we got a day where the Bulls are sad, but the Bears are happy. We have a little bit of a gap down in this market. I'm just happy all you guys are still here. We got Adam in the house. We got Albert. Good morning to you, Amy. We got Andy Richardson, Brian, Jason P. King. Good morning to Jay, JT. We got Liza in the house. Lauren, good morning. Martina, Matthews gracing with his presence. Good morning to Nancy Rowett. Going to rock with us. We got Ron. Good morning, Ron. Sebastian. Good morning to you, all my peeps out of YouTube land. Appreciate you guys joining us each and every day. You guys are also, you guys could have joined us on the regular platform too. Just don't forget. I'm just saying. But if you're here, I appreciate you. Hit the thumbs up, the like, subscribe button, and yeah, let's get rocking. We got a waiting room today. Hey, YouTube land. We got a waiting room. I feel like a doctor now. This is incredible. This is incredible. I like it. I like it. I love it. And I want some more of it. But let's check out the market. I am in New York, so I have one screen today. Gonna be moving things around. Let me just see if I can get the right thing so I get comments up. In fact, what I'm going to do is drag YouTube over. I think I just figured out a solution real quick. I thought I did. I don't think I did. There we go. Now I got a good solution. All right, now I got the all access past YouTube up there so I can flip back and forth for comment. Ooh, now it's coming together. It's coming together. Nah, Sebastian. It's more French, I think, actually. It's more a little more French. Like the fries. All right, we got SPY. Let me take this video off. Perfect. So we do have a little bit of a gap down on the SPY, some more continuation. Right now, I'm seeing that we're looking for I don't know. Today's morning gap is going to be interesting. We obviously have some kind of continuation. This is technically day 5. If this day closes red, so we have one red candle here, 2, 3, 4. Not all of them, I think, are really true red candles. For instance, this was technically a retest gap. This one was a gap and go that retested, so kind of a failed gap and go. And we are pile driving down a little bit. How can I say no? I'm staying polite. Just be mean. That's fine. It's just be fine one day. So we do have a little bit of a gap down. This is a retest gap. The interesting thing about this one and what makes this one interesting is who's being trapped on this trade. I think we got to dig deep into the 15-minute chart. So at open, or at somewhere toward the midday of yesterday, we did find some level of bottom. Bulls came in. We did buy this thing up right into yesterday's VPOC. We are trapping some, and then we stayed in that zone. We closed out the day right around that VPOC. So there is going to be some bulls trapped. But then again, you got 3 more days. We do have a little bit more heavy of a weight of some of those bears being profitable at the morning. The other thing to notice is this VPOC. So we gapped down at 6 a.m. or 4 a.m. when the market opened this morning. We already came back. We already tested that VPOC, and we are just kind of cruising down a little bit. So I don't know if we get all the way back up to 446.15 today. I think that's a tall order to get to. We'd also have to fight through a lot of these moving averages, at least on a 15-minute time frame. So if we get any type of a retest, I'd probably be looking for maybe about 444.51. I think would be a really good spot to retest on the SPY if we are going to come up at all. Below us, we have 2 little levels to watch. Again, this one's a little bit weaker, but 442.52 and then 441.87 would be probably the next one that we could get some type of bounce off. And if not, we're looking at my imaginary gray number of 438.91. So we'll see how this thing plays out, but I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one to see if those bulls get a little bit more scared because they're losing money, or the or we have the bears a little bit more excited that they're profitable and want to lock in some of those gains. So we'll have to see how this one goes. It's going to be a tough gap at the open. Let's take a look at the Qs, see if we get any better sentiment here. Again, gap down. We still have that wick to defend. We have a little bit more support on this one. So I would love to see us drop first at the open. Sell off a little bit of panic sell. We are probably again crushing some of those bulls that said, hey, we get them by the dip. We'll buy the dip. Doesn't always work, I guess. But 369.19 is the spot I would first be looking for. I would love to see this thing come down first and then try to come up for some kind of a retest. And we'll see how this day wants to play out for sure. But yeah, it is technically a retest gap. So I would be looking to fade this one if it comes low. I would love that. Let's see. PEP. PEP. Sebastian, you still with me? Still with me? Okay. Good. All right. Let's see. Just make sure I don't miss any comments. Beautiful. Looks good. All right. Awesome. So let's see. PepsiCo, little bit of a gap up. Interesting hammer. Let's see what the news is. PepsiCo $9 million investment sets the table for expanding in the Northeast India. Nothing about AI. So, I mean, that's a downfall, but all right. So they're investing $9.33 million to establish its first food-centric manufacturing facility in Northeast India. A lot of companies are moving to India. Very interesting trends. But yep. So they like it again. That's a decent hammer. Lots of selling. I don't think this hammer is that impressive to take out all of that bear action, bear sentiment. If I was to get into this trade and I was said, hey, I'm going to start shorting Pepsi at 191, 185, 181, 177, all of those, they're still extremely profitable even back to here. So there's still a lot of comfortable bears in this one. I don't think we're really trapping too many people. That being said, we are coming into a little bit of a volume area. We got a decent bounce where it should have. It is an interesting hammer that closed the other day. Do I see any type of wave count in this one? Maybe. I don't know if this is it, but this could be your 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5, and then you get some kind of a bounce. I think the trend is still bearish. I don't know how much that news will deliver really good excitement. Just kind of more of a first step into India manufacturing. I think we also broke this trend too. Just looking at this thing on a bigger picture. Yep. So somewhere in there would be the trend. If we get any type of a bounce, I could see something along the lines of this happening. And then we kind of come back down and either double bottom from here and then we pop out, or this gives us our next leg down into the 170 zone. So a little bit indifferent. I'm not sure how it's gonna. I also don't trade Pepsi that much, so it's not really my comfort zone. But at least you're interesting looking hammer. And then again, if you do want to play the hammer, your stop is going to go probably somewhere in the 173.34. So you have about just under about $1.90 stop, something like that, if you want to play it. AI, I think, was getting absolutely taken out back and just punched in the face over and over and over again from after hours and pre-market today. So they're just absolutely getting destroyed. Pretty decent gap down. We're into a level of some volume off the bat. Again, we've been selling a little bit longer term. We've been selling into this rip. So I would love to see, and this is also a retest gap, I would love to see this thing come up first. I don't want to play this to the long side. It does look like a hideous looking gap. Looks pretty bearish, in all honesty, but I would love to see some kind of a retest, maybe even back into 28.91 before we decide All right, let's attempt a short. Otherwise, I probably won't play this fade to a bullish side. All right, let's go with shop, SHOP. All right, we got Shopify. So that one is this one's a little bit more impressive. I like this one a lot, actually. I liked it so much I accidentally clicked on a different stock. I was so trigger happy. That looks really, really good for a short. I got a little bit of support over here. Any type of buying on this one would be tremendous. So far, this is my favorite short of the day. Wide open room. Probably first stop on this one, 62.62. Even with that, that would get us a decent amount of room. It's already coming down now. We'll have to see where this thing opens in the next 18 minutes, but not really a lot to hold this thing up. And that is a gap and go. Not quite an island reversal. It would have to open lower. We're starting to throw a lot of that volume on our back. And again, bigger target on this thing, probably about right back down to this 59.21 zone. So has plenty of room. I like this one a lot. I think Malone's on Tuesday was looking for a fade on this one as it kind of gapped up. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think she took anything on it. It was just kind of holding up and doing some kind of doji. But I think Malone's would be a little bit more happier about it today. Yep, yeah. You were looking at a short, didn't set up. Today, Malone's might be a little more happy. Maloney's happy in general. Don't get me twisted. She's just, but on bearish days, she's kind of like, it's like our holiday. Today's like Malone. Happy holidays, Maloney. Happy holidays. All right, we got a Apple gap down. Technically a retest gap. We are into a little bit of support. They're coming out with news, and I don't know, but they're saying that they have some competition brewing in the cell phone division of things. Apple's just such a cult, but it is high. It is up there. So this one, I think today I would like to see this one come down a little bit further before maybe looking for a bounce of somewhere in the 174.28 zone. It really, really good retest candle. Finding a spot to attempt this bullish could make some sense, but I would the easiest path right now is just we're clobbering so many people. I think if we get a retest, we're probably looking at 177.81. That's the zone I would look at for maybe my short. Get back into that daily resistance and then come down. Otherwise, that is a pretty decent gap. Only really one level of support. Wow, TradingView, can you go slower? Can you move my stocks any slower? Just go turtle speed. There you go. Oh, that was incredible. All right. Let me just zoom this one out a little bit just to see if there's any volume. There's nothing really holding us up until about 174.59, and even that's kind of small. So 173.58 is probably where we head down to. I'll have to see how this one opens. Technically, it's a retest gap. Where this thing opens, I would love to see this one move a little higher, and then we could kind of look short. That would give us better risk to reward on it, but that's decent as well. AMD, Nvidia, and Amazon from my boy Ron. AMD is a little bit of a we're back below that 107. We've been talking about that zone for a while. That was this is a little bit of support right here on AMD. Technically a retest gap, although that's an inside candle. I would almost treat this thing more of a gap and go than anything, but maybe some small buying. We are still inside on this one. So if we could really open 106.12 or lower, I would like this a lot more for almost acting just as a gap and go, just kind of crushing down. If we could get through that 106.12, there's nothing stopping us till 102.27. That could be a really, really good short too. Again, technically still inside day from 2 days ago. Retest gap. I would love to see a little bit of a higher move, especially if we could get back to like 109.18. That's going to be a phenomenal looking short. But even with this kind of structure on the candle, the only thing that's really saving us is the low of this day. And if it can't hang into there, we do have a moving average coming in as well. I would look short. I would look short, and the question is how and where. And it might be right out of the gate at open. And we could ride that train down a decent amount. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see on this one, but I don't mind it. I would definitely be leaning more short. Nvidia, we missed a solid like 5-6 R trade yesterday. I ended up closing for like a 1.2. Look at this trade. Big dummy DJ. We got in here. There was a stop. Beautiful move right to where we were planning. Fell right through it and missed out on all the rest. Hindsight. Still looks like we're trending down on Nvidia at this point, though. Really good gap still. Technically, this one should be more of a fade higher. Again, I don't think a lot of these retests are really. I don't think we get to 469. I'd be shocked if we get to 469.53. If we come in for a bigger retest, I'm thinking maybe we get to like 458.93 would be a good spot to look to go short. But technically, this is a retest gap. It's going to play a little funky. We are below a lot of support. Next target to the downside, I'd be looking somewhere about 440.60. So plenty of room to the downside still. Another $15. I got to move this one up higher. So far, I think I like AMD a tad better. I like AMD just a little bit better, unless this one comes up to retest. But I'm not opposed to playing this one either. So it looks decent. Amazon. Amazon had a little bit of a rough day yesterday. The pain continues today. Gap down, retest gap. Everything's kind of looking a little bit the same. Again, this one also has some more room to the downside. Would love to see this one. I probably won't fade out of the gate. I just don't have a great risk to reward on this one unless this one gets bought up. So if this one can get bought up to almost that VPOC and then down. So I'll be looking for maybe a short somewhere around the 135 zone. If we get the short there, that would look good. Otherwise, it is a good gap down. We're breaking through even the open of this one. Anybody who got into this one, which we know there was a decent amount of people, some good volume coming in on this one green candle. Anybody that's holding on to some hopes and dreams, they just woke up in a nightmare, and this thing is gapping down past them. All of those guys are losing money, plus a bonus day too. So not horrible. I think this one will get a little bit selly. I just don't have great risk to reward on this one. 132.72 to the downside, to the higher side, 135.26. I'm about 50-50 either way. Flip a coin, which one it will hit first. But if it comes down there, that's probably my spot to look for. All right, some buying. If we get there, that's going to be a decent short opportunity. And so far today, I like to go short on most things. I think we got Jonathan in YouTube land looking for Ford. Inside day of yesterday still. We still have a decent level of support. Pretty nice hammer that we threw in yesterday. The only problem with today is there's a lot of selling pressure on the market. So this could be, and I think it's too early to tell. This could be a interesting double bottom. We are making some higher lows. We have a decent bear trap right there. And in the next coming weeks, we could do something like this, get up to that 1280 next couple days, next couple weeks, whatever it is. I think there's going to be a decent resistance for it. That's probably the spot where this happens. And then we roll back down maybe for a bigger double bottom, something like that. Otherwise, for right now, it is technically a bearish gap and go. We're just inside. It's going to be a little iffy probably throughout the day. I'm expecting chop fest on this one. And then we are at some level of support right down here. And I think this is going to be until either this breaks or this breaks. We just channel back and forth. I can't see Ford really running unless the market's going to be pushing it today. Ford doesn't usually have incredible news. We're in a TTM squeeze. I mean, if that gives you any comfort, this is all the moving averages are still trending downwards, so that's not going to make it easy for a TTM squeeze, but that's the reality we're living in for right now. Looking at Phil's waiting. Sebastian wants to take a look at Meta. Let's take a look at Meta. Oh man. All right, so we got Meta, a little bit of a gap down, still inside day, Sebastian. That will make it a little bit tricky. Let me see if I like the ranges on this thing though. There's really not a so this is going to be a tough one. I do expect probably a little chop on this. We got a couple moving averages saving us for right now. We are at a little bit of level of support, and then the next level down, which again, this has been tested multiple times. So for right now, it's proving that this is a pretty solid level of support, 295.75. If that breaks, I don't really see anything until the next level of like 290, and then probably back down to 279.86. So again, it's decent risk to reward if you want to swing trade this one even. And again, I don't know what the market's going to do. It's going to be all data dependent, and there's going to be a lot. I think the Senate came back to I'm going to put in air quotes, you guys can't see it, but to work on the 5th, I believe. And then I think we get the House coming back on the 12th. So then we're going to see all the political stuff come back and policies and people talking. We'll have Jerome Powell speaking in the next week or so, and the things can get choppy and who knows what happens. But if you want to take a swing trade on this one, finding some kind of entry here where we're opening, put a stop above this candle, and playing that down. I mean, again, there's a possible 3R trade sitting there if you get down there. But keep in mind, this is going to be a little bit of level of support, so that would have to break. We probably see the retest there. We come back down. We retest this, and the chart would probably look something like that, providing that this one candle doesn't break up higher. But yeah, probably a little choppy out of the gate today. But I do like it in the downward direction as well. Anyone take anything at open? Shop potentially for me with a $1 stop bearish. I do like shop, might be one of my favorites today. Yep. Sebastian says I only day trade. Got you. Yeah, day trading. I think shop out of the gate could be the most fun. I love the range on this one. I also like the range on AMD. I also like the range on NVIDIA. If I had to list them, I think shop today probably move Meta up higher. Probably shop. I think AMD would be number 2. I think NVIDIA would be no, I'd probably put Meta first. So I'd probably go AMD, then Meta, then NVIDIA, then maybe Apple, something like that. Something in that order. And then Meta's kind of like your Hail Mary. Football season's back, by the way. Starts tonight. We can see that dancing robot again. Oh, I'm so excited. So pumped. All right, we got, let's get Tesla under here. So that looks decent, but shop would be my favorite. We got 5 minutes left. Let me see if I see any more YouTube stocks that I missed. Tesla always and Square. Let's take a look at Square, aka Block, aka downgraded yesterday, aka let's see, feeling the pain today, or yep, still feeling some pain. This is another decent one, but at open, I think it's tough. I think you do have room down to like 55.90 on this one, so it's about $1 to the downside. This would be another one where I'd almost want to see this thing. We've just been channeling back and forth, so if that's going to be the case, I think sell at the top of the channel, look to exit or buy here. So at the open, probably going to be rough. If it does this, that's your buy opportunity. If it does this, I mean, my bad. Sell opportunity, buy opportunity, and roll it like that. Otherwise, we're just kind of dancing around in this zone, which is interesting. My personal on shop will be bearish at market open with stop limit. Let's see how that works out. Let's go to shop. Let's see if we can get some pre-market levels. Did shop drop a whole heck of a lot more since? No, okay. Man, I thought we like filled a gap. Yeah, this one looks really good. Really good. Really good. Man. I'm not going to be quick enough. Target to 0. That would be one heck of a day trade. If that happens today. I don't know. I want to get in this thing with you. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite shorts. I'm going to, yeah, even that one got retested. I would love to see some kind of bounce like $65 and I could throw a stop up there, but I'll be patient, wait for the right pivots. I'm just reminding myself that the market is open all day. And you know, sometimes I just need that reminder. Sometimes. Otherwise, I'll definitely just miss the trade and then, you know, just watch Adam order new cars online and stuff for the rest of the day. Yeah, that's by far my favorite so far. All right. So we got 2 more minutes left. Is there any last minute tickers? Anything I missed? I mean, I'm only human. I will miss probably most tickers. Market's only open for an hour. Got to get in and out. Yeah. Today, I think today is a special. It's Maloney's holiday today. She likes to make all of her money in the first 5 minutes, and then the market just goes, all right, Maloney's good. So we'll close. This could be a little wave 3, 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I'm just trying to make a case where I could get this thing higher. Really would like around $65 for a short. That would be decent. But AMC for Rowett. AMC was going crazy yesterday. It's always going to move tough. It's also, I believe is it under? No, it's not under $5 yet. Yeah, continued selling pressure for these guys. Like a lot of selling pressure. Right now, it's got nothing holding it up. And just probably crushes lower. This one, I wouldn't trade. Personally, I wouldn't trade this one in open. If it is okay to trade this GameStop as well, if the certain pivots come in, all the candle sentiment, this still works. So don't get me wrong. It's not like an untradeable stock, but I'd have to wait for the setup to come in on that. That's the only thing. All right, we only have a few more seconds left. I'm not even sure how to exit out of this YouTube. Oh, stop live stream, I guess. Otherwise, man, we got like seconds until the bell rings. Everybody out there in YouTube land, you guys are absolutely incredible. I'll be back tomorrow, and we could do this again tomorrow. Or you guys could go to reallifetrader.com. We do have the all access pass. You guys could hang out with us from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Otherwise, be safe out there in the market, and